Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's right, mofos. It's Monday, June 9th, 2025. You're watching One More Round Fights. I'm your host, Gav, baby. Yes. I've been missing. I've been out of town. I've been doing shit, but I'm back. You already know, scan the QR codes below. Main card minute on your left. One More Round Fights on your right. Okay? Scan the QR code. Follow us on social. One More Round Fights. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Different character limit on X. Fuck you, Elon. You can eat my ass. But yeah, I'm a little sick, you know. Shit happened. I was in a crowd of people all fucking weekend, so I'm tired, exhausted. Hoosier fucking went long. Olivia Rodrigo was cool. T-Pain was cool. Anyways, yeah, we had a big weekend. I don't know if you see those shirts behind me. What was that? Does that say The Machine? Wonder why. Anyways, yeah. Merab Dvalishvili, Kayla Harrison, Joshua Van. Many finishes on the card. It was a fun weekend. It was a really fun weekend. Shout out to our sponsor, W.GG. Use promo code One More Round for 10% off. Blah, blah, blah. 10% off. Yeah. And it is what it is. It is what it is. I was supposed to do the show yesterday. Shit happened. I got busy. And I really wanted to do it yesterday. And I couldn't because fucking life. Life gets in the way. It's fucking annoying, but it is what it is. I have to do it now on a fucking Monday, which puts everything behind. That's all good. It's all good. We're going to fucking do it. We're going to make some fucking cut downs out of it. Whatever. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it, I guess. Merab Dvalishvili. Merab. Fucking Rob. The Machine. Merab Dvalishvili takes down Sean O'Malley. Rinse and repeat. Picks him up like a child. Lays him in his little pink undies down on the mat and swarms his body. Absolutely gives him no air to breathe. Takes away his neck passages. Uses both arms. Traps his chest against his chin so it's more pressure on his head. Suffocates the man, nearly pulls his head off. Finishes the fight. That's right. Merab Dvalishvili finished a fight for the first time in about 5 years. Like 4.25. But yeah, Merab Dvalishvili got his first finish since Marlon Moraes, September 25th of 2021. Sean O'Malley halts a streak of 5 straight unanimous decision wins. And honestly, if he didn't finish Marlon Moraes, it could have been 11 straight. Sorry, you're going to hear me play my throat a lot, unfortunately. But yeah. Merab Dvalishvili finishes Sean O'Malley. Now, all you morons out there. Yeah, morons. I'm talking to you. Yes, the people that were like, Sean, stop jerking off. He's going to win this one. Sean was injured last time. He's going to win this one. Sean changed his lifestyle. He's a completely different fighter now. He's going to win this one. Sean stopped smoking weed. He's going to win this one. Yeah, you fucking morons. Yeah, you. How stupid do you feel? Did you watch the first fight? Merab did the same shit, except he wanted to embarrass him last time. So he just kissed him and shit, held him down, rode the back, got a couple memes out of it and shit. Merab said he's out here making people humble. Yeah, bitch. He's humble now. Sean O'Malley is humble now. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. That man is going to be humble. I'm sure he's gooned at least 6 to 7 times by now. It's Monday? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But probably once on the plane, once in the back. That's 2 right there. Probably woke up, got one out the way, maybe a shower one real quick. Yeah, he's been missing that. Guaranteed. Because Merab took it. Merab took it from him. Merab took his pride, his soul, his belief in himself. He took everything. Merab Dvalishvili proved why he's the champ, why he won the first time, why he unanimously decisioned the last 5 dudes. Yeah, he proved that. He proved that he's the guy. The machine is the standard at 135 pounds. And I don't see anybody else that's going to beat this standard. If Umar did what Umar did to Corey Sandhagen, what do you think Merab's going to do to Corey Sandhagen? Let's just keep it a buck. What do you think he's going to do? We've seen what he does to everybody else. Sean O'Malley, Peter Yan, Umar Nurmagomedov, Henry Cejudo, Jose Aldo, Marlon Moraes, John Dodson, Fragatona, Cody Stamen. Is there anything out of any of those fights that you tell me, oh shit, a fight with Corey Sandhagen might go different? The only fight that tells me something could go different is the fucking Corey Sandhagen and Frankie Edgar fight. Flying knee. It's the only fight that convinces me, like, shit, maybe Corey could, like... No. Merab's a fucking machine. Nobody's beating Merab, bro. Let's just face the facts. Ain't nobody beating Merab. When he decides to put the motherfucking belt down is when he's going to vacate. That is when anybody at bantamweight has a chance. Don't give me that Mario Bautista shit just because he had a good performance against Patchy Mix. Don't give me none of that bullshit, please. I want good arguments for who is gonna put up a fight against Merab Dvalishvili. Who? Length can't do it. Superior striking can't do it. Non-gooning can't do it. Not smoking can't do it. Fantastic wrestling can't do it. Innumerable power can't do it. Triple C can't do it. Somebody that mixes up really well, striking and grappling can't do it. Peter Yan, Jose Aldo. What style is going to beat Merab Dvalishvili? If you have brute power, he'll take you down, Marlon Moraes. If you're really fast, really long, he'll take you down, Sean O'Malley. You got wrestling too? I got a better gas tank. I'll take you down, Umar Nurmagomedov. Merab Dvalishvili is him. Long Island, we got one. We got one. We always had one, but we got one again. Okay? Thank you to the wonderful lineage of awesome champions. I forget if Al Iaquinta was an interim champ. He might have. No, I don't think he was. But Chris Weidman, Aljamain Sterling, Matt Serra, Merab Dvalishvili. We got a fucking Mount Rushmore, baby, of Long Island MMA fighters. Not Long Island MMA, the gym. I'm just saying Long Island MMA fighters. Space that shit. So, yeah. Merab Dvalishvili's him. And there's not a lot of matchups I want to make. But if there is a matchup, yeah, you heard me say it. It's Corey Sandhagen. I'm done with everybody else. I don't need to see anything else. After Corey Sandhagen, maybe a Song Yadong. Song Yadong will probably end up fighting Mario Bautista next. Who knows? Henry Cejudo might end up fighting Sean O'Malley next. Who knows? Maybe Sean O'Malley wants an easy fight after this because Peter Yan, the guy that basically beat him, I don't think I want that if I'm Sean O'Malley. I don't want the Umar fight. Umar pissed off coming off a loss? Nope. I'm good. I'm quite all right, sir. Give that fury to someone else. Give that fury to someone else. I'm not taking that. I'm okay. I'm quite all right on that. If I'm Sean, I'm avoiding that shit. Figgy, another grappler. I'm okay. For Triple C, we got some heat. We got memes and clips that we've had from the past encounters. Maybe gives you a chance to fix the holes in your grappling. Triple C, come on down. Triple C and Sean O'Malley is the fight I want to see next. Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley is the fight I want to see next. That's it. Merab Dvalishvili, Corey Sandhagen, Sean O'Malley, Henry Cejudo. Anything else? Toss it in the trash. Toss that shit right in the trash. Spit on it. Take a shit on it. Make sure that nobody pulls it out. I don't want to see anything else but those two fights. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Sorry. Lazy in the house. Let's go. JBR raid. It's only me. It is what it is, bro. It's Monday. I normally go on Sundays. I'm here impeding. I'm here impeding on other people's time. Not yet. In 40 minutes, that will be. But, it is what it is. Schedules didn't align well this week. Shit happened. Overbooked. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to say. But Kayla Harrison fought this weekend. And I might be one of the biggest Juliana Pena haters out there. Hello. Hey, what you doing? Yeah. I've been a hater for the longest time. I'm her number one hater. Probably. All she did was lose me money for the last 4 years. So yeah, 5 years. She just lost me money for 5 years in a row. I think she is the worst streak among fighters for losing me money. Because when she won, I bet her to lose. And when she lost, I bet her to win. So, and then this fight, I didn't even bet. I was busy all weekend at a fucking festival. So it is what it is. I lost in the Amanda Nunes first fight because I thought she would get finished. I lost on the second fight because I thought she would get finished. And Amanda took her decision. I lost in the Raquel Pennington fight because it was a split decision that probably went the wrong way, but it is what it is. And then the Kayla Harrison fight. Kayla Harrison roboted her big old arms into that octagon, grabbed Juliana Pena, put her up against the fence, judo tossed her to her back multiple times, searched for submissions until, oh, here, your little tiny arm here, maybe it shouldn't go behind your back and above your head, but I'm going to try to make it do that. Kimura. Kayla Harrison just yanks that arm up, turned that fucking thumb up towards the sky, and made Juliana tap. Made Juliana tap. Kayla Harrison submits Juliana Pena. Round 2, 4 minutes and 55 seconds. There was 5 seconds left in that round. Juliana Pena could have lasted 5 more seconds, possibly. Maybe using the fence or toes in the fence, doing something, changing her angle. I don't know. And then that fight maybe could have looked different in the later rounds. But Kayla Harrison, being the absolute beast that she is, took her will to fight away. She said, no, I don't want my kids to see my arm yanked out of its socket on national TV. Pay-per-view television. So I think I'm going to just lightly tap here, hug you in a long ass embrace after this, basically passing the torch over to you. And the Amanda fight's yours. Amanda fight? Yeah. Amanda fight. This face-off happened in the cage after. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's Amanda Nunes on the left in a Dolce & Gabbana piece with the hair looking fantastic. Joe Rogan gleaming ear to ear like he's not some fucking paid UFC shill. And Kayla Harrison staring her down. That's right, the same Kayla Harrison that used to train with her at American Top Team. Yeah, that Kayla. That Kayla. They used to be training partners, not exclusively. They weren't close or anything, but every now and then they'd spar and shit. You know, they were in different promotions, so it didn't really matter at the time. But now, guess who holds her old belt? That's Kayla Harrison. That's Kayla Harrison, my friend. Kayla holds her old belt, and they're set to face off. Now, when that'll be, I don't know. I don't know. You never know with the timelines. They'll tell you one thing, and then, oh, well, it was supposed to be on International Fight Week, or it was supposed to be on the New York card, but you know, things happen. We had to move things around, and now it's gonna be on the December card. You know, the shit always happens with them. So I don't take any, oh, this fight will happen here, any face value. I'd never listen to that shit. I'm just like, when it happens, okay? Only the big fights usually keep their dates. The John Joneses, the Conor McGregors, the Alex Pereiras, those dates usually stay. But anybody else, I'm like, shit, it's subject to change. Okay. But as for who these ladies should fight next, obviously, Kayla Harrison, our new bantamweight champ, should face off with Amanda Nunes because they did face off in the cage, and that would be absolutely pointless if we didn't make them fight. Also, there's no real contenders at bantamweight. Caitlin Vieira, who she already beat, who picked up a big win recently. Well, that's okay, I guess. She's number 3. Raquel Pennington, who lost to the former champ. Only if you want to give Kayla Harrison more infinity stones on her, you know, on her belt. Macy lost. Norma Dumont, she's on a 5-fight win streak, I believe. But that's about it. There's not much at bantamweight. Not much serious contenders. I mean, Eileen Perez is sitting at number 7. I know she's good. I know she's a great grappling game. And I know she trains at Goat Shed. But is she ready for Kayla fucking Harrison? No. Hell the fuck not. So there's not a lot of contenders. So I say we got a new champ. Let's do some media. Let's have a good time. Let's have a good time with this. Let's milk it for all it's worth. Amanda's been out, right? What the fuck are we rushing back for? I say we let Kayla have the rest of the year to have herself a good old time. And the fight that you bring back 2026 with is this bantamweight matchup. You need a big fight to start the year, but not too big, right? That's how we usually do. We do big, but we don't do too big in January. We do McGregor, but we don't attach a title to it. You know? Shit like that is what happens in January. So, no offense to the ladies, but a bantamweight clash to start the year, bang, bang. Give me that. Give me that. Give me Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison. Don't give me that bullshit on a December card. Don't give me that bullshit on a November card. I don't need it rushed. Take your time with it. Take your time. There ain't shit happening over there. So, yeah. Nice and slow. Give it to me nice and slow. I'll see you in January. If you have to do December, I mean, I guess. But I'd like to see this fight in 2026. I'd like to see a full media tour for it. I'd like to see some shit talk. I don't want to see the shit be cordial. I'm like, Amanda was really nice. And, you know, when we trained, it was hard rounds. No, I'll be like, I want her to fucking go in and be like, I'm going to fucking rip her arm out that socket. You seen what I did to Julie and she had to fucking chill 5 rounds with her? Oh, I'm salivating at finishing Amanda Nunes, your GOAT. Yeah, I want to see that type of shit out of Kayla. I want to see her build herself up. I want to see her take herself to the next level. So I can't wait to see that fight. It needs a proper build. That's it. It needs a proper build. But weren't you guys so happy as fuck to see this photo? I was happy as fuck to see this shit. I was like, yes, my champs, the one that finally took Juliana off, and my Long Island Georgian champ, Merab Dvalishvili. Yeah, I was fucking so happy to see both of them take pictures together. I know you guys all saw the old pictures of them together when Merab had the fucking baby face, looking like old Statham out there. You know, it was nice. It was nice to see them sharing those moments together. You know, because that's what it's all about. People that were with you on the journey, people that grind just as hard as you, and they're realizing success together at around the same time. That's what makes it all worth it, man. That's the shit you look back on and you're like, holy shit, that was such a good day. Not only because I became a champ, but Merab won the same night, and we got to take pictures together, and we got to reenact old stuff we did together all week. It just makes the week more magical, for everybody. It's not just for them. That's cool for us to see too. So, real shout out to Kayla Harris and real shout out to Merab Dvalishvili, my champions. I'm so happy they both won. Sorry I couldn't make money on it. But it is what it is. Life happens. Lazy says, hope you had a blast at Governor's Ball. I did, bro. I'm a little sick from it for sure. You could probably hear it in my voice and how I feel and shit. But yeah, hopefully I'll be better by like Wednesday. But my throat's gone. Fucking stuffed up. Shit's crazy. Real James Ladner says, are there still restrictions on how long you need to be in the testing pool before she's able to fight? Yeah, there's still 6 months pool. Got to be in that bitch 6 months. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 6 months. So the best thing. So even if maybe she secretly did it. Some people be secretly getting the test. Be like, oh yeah, I started 3 months ago. Oh yeah, you want to pull that shit? Okay, but that's why I say give us 2026. Put her in the testing pool now. Get that shit out the way. I'll see you in 2026, Amanda. You better come back with a fucking cool ass outfit too. I don't want to see you coming back in no fucking plain ass outfit. If everybody's getting these cool ass outfits, I want to see a fucking lion's mane on your goddamn kit. I want to see something like that, Amanda. That's what I want to see. Mr. C says, nice and slow by Rise Roots. Fire song. I'll check that out after. You got the Dana flu? I don't know what the Dana flu is, but my throat is so itchy. I feel like Itchy and Scratchy from The Simpsons are living in my throat right now and just fucking chasing each other around. That's what it feels like. Lazy Bed says, unless they give her an exception, which I wouldn't. Nah, they didn't give Connor the exception, right? Did they? Who knows? DFSA will barter. Dana said she is not in as of the post-fight presser. So yeah, we got so exactly. We won't be seeing this fight till next year. Perfect. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see, baby. Temporary retirement equals PED cycle. Stop. She didn't even look that big. Let's be honest. Amanda looked like she was enjoying life. She wasn't like, I mean, granted, she had a jacket on. Oh, so shit. Hair was covering half of her. The mane was fucking out. But, I still believe that she's going to look good. Honestly, that fight's, if we're being real, I think that fight goes the distance. It's going to be a close fight. It'll be Amanda first putting hands on Kayla. Kayla trying to figure out where she fits. Round 2, Kayla comes back, probably puts her up against the fence, takes her down at the end of the round, not early. Finally gets her down after holding her there for a while. Steals around there. Probably round 3, Amanda does a little better, gets ahead. Round 4, Kayla does the same thing. Probably gets her down earlier, a little more dominant around 4, giving us thoughts that she'll probably do this in round 5. And then Amanda will probably steal it in round 5 just because she has more experience and a better gas tank. Probably 3-2 Amanda. That's my thoughts on that fight. Take it or leave it. But before we move on, let's do this. Let's talk about my fighter spotlight of the week. And this week, this person definitely deserves it. I've been talking about them, but kind of dismissive because of how big of a favorite they were, and they were fighting someone that we've seen time and time again wilt late in fights. And yes, they did wilt late in this fight yet again. Joshua the Fearless Van is my fighter spotlight of the week. Joshua Van wins by TKO in round 3, 4 minutes and 1 second. And we've come to know him as a flyweight decision fighter, if we're being honest. A fighter that'll win you a decision most of the time. Edgar Shirez, Cody Durden, Ray Saruya. But we also know him as a fighter with some hands that can finish you. Felipe Boone. Joshua the Fearless Van. Burmese and American fighter. Trains out of the 4-ounce Fight Club since 2021 till now. Fighting out of Houston, Texas. He's been fighting since he was 17. Okay. He always had a love for fighting. He was born in Van Bao Tang in Hakka, Chin State, Myanmar, to a family of 5 siblings. Due to the SPDC junta in Myanmar, his family relocated to Malaysia when he was 10 years old, in search of better opportunities. At age 12, Van and his family moved to Houston, Texas. He started his amateur career in 2020. 2 wins by knockout, 2 wins by decision. Okay. He's 23 years old, born October 10th, 2001, 3 days before me. He's a Libra. Shout out to Joshua Van. 5'5" flyweight with a 65-inch reach. He's 14-2, 7 KOs, 2 subs. And he aims to make a run at the top of the UFC flyweight division. And he might be the answer to flyweight. I mean, looking at flyweight now, there's not a lot of people that make me go, oh, shit, I'd love to see them fight right now. There's 3 guys for me that do that. It's Manel Kape, Kai Kara France, and Brandon Royval. Brandon Moreno is a great fighter, but I prepare myself for a decision when he fights. No offense to him. I just do. Okay? For Joshua Van, he comes in there to get a finish. He comes in there to put some hands on you. And yeah, a lot of times it's going to be a really tough fighter that's going to stand in there and take his shots. But sometimes you get yourself a Felipe, you get yourself a Bruno, and you take these motherfuckers the fuck out. All right? Shout out to Joshua Van. Shout out to Joshua Van, my guy. Okay? He made his professional MMA debut in 2021. He fought exclusively for Fury Fighting Championship, where he acquired a 7-1 record, including the main event of Fury Fighting Championship 72 on December 18th, 2022, where he submitted Cleveland McLean in the 2nd round to win the promotion's flyweight title. Why do I say that? Because when he won that vacant flyweight title, that was his last fight before leaving to the UFC. Let's talk about his record real quick. He started off his career with 2 straight wins, beating Tony Keysfield and Chase Etham, both by KOs. Fury Fighting Championship 52 and 54, respectively, October 17, 2021, and November 21st of 2021, back-to-back months, right? This is of note because he took a 3rd fight, so 3 fights in 3 months, and he ended up losing that one. That was his last loss before the UFC. He got rear naked choked by Devin Jackson, December 19th of 2021. All 3 of these fights were in Houston, Texas. Okay? Then he has a comeback fight against Francisco Obando. TKO punches, Fury Fighting Championship 57, February 11th of 2022. He wins in round 1. The previous fights ended in round 2. Then he takes on UFC veteran, just kidding. I was thinking of his brother, Abel Trujillo, but Angelo Trujillo, KO head kick, Fury Fighting Championship 60, April 24th, 2022, very first round in Houston, Texas. He goes on to complete a submission calf slicer against Mario Suazo, Fury Fighting Championship 62, May 15th of 2022, 2nd round in Castle Rock, Colorado, 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Then he finishes Paris Moran, TKO punches, Fury Fighting Championship 67, August 14th of 2022, 2nd round, Houston, Texas, 36 seconds. And he gets his title shot. He gets his title shot against Cleveland McLean, submits him in round 2, Fury Fighting Championship 72, December 18th of 2022, and he won the vacant Fury Fighting Championship flyweight championship. Okay? This was his last fight before the UFC. Now, before his debut, he was scheduled to face Kevin Borges on August 8th of 2023 at Dana White's Contender Series 57. He was pulled from the fight in order to face Zhalgas Zhumagulov at UFC on ABC 5, June 24th of 2023. He won the fight by split decision. And then he goes on to face Kevin Borges, the very same fighter that he was supposed to fight on the Contender Series before getting into the UFC. He beats him by unanimous decision at UFC 295, November 11th, 2023, in New York City, New York. Then he takes on Felipe Bunes. TKO punches UFC Fight Night Ankalaev versus Walker 2, January 13th of 2024, in Las Vegas, and wins in round 2, 4 minutes and 31 seconds. He then has the second setback of his career against Charles Johnson, a very game UFC flyweight with great striking and a fantastic cardio gas tank. UFC on ESPN, Namajunas versus Cortez, July 13th of 2024. He loses in round 3 in Denver, Colorado, 20 seconds. And then he goes on the 4-fight win streak that we see that he's on now. Edgar Chairez, unanimous decision at UFC 306 on September 14th of 2024 in Las Vegas. Cody Durden, unanimous decision, UFC 310, December 7th of 2024, also in Las Vegas. And Ray Saruya, unanimous decision, UFC 313, March 8th of 2025 in Las Vegas, which takes us to this past Saturday. Coming in as a damn near minus 700 favorite against Bruno Gustavo da Silva. Beats him by TKO in round 3 at UFC 316 on June 7th of 2025. 4 minutes and 1 second in Newark, New Jersey. Yes, Joshua Van picks up the biggest win of his UFC career. He outlasts Silva, hitting him with a barrage of punches to have the referee call it quits. Van gets the TKO win. And yeah, it was a nice one. Go back and watch that finish. Joshua Van deserves it, and that's why he is my fighter spotlight of the week. Shout out to Joshua Van and shout out to his team. He deserves it. Hell yeah, baby. Let's see these comments. Did you catch the Nakatani card? Oh, yeah, I did. Told you, bitches. Told you rounds 1 to 6. You're welcome if you took it. You're welcome if you took any of the boxing bets I gave. I think I gave you guys a hit on Jai Opetaia, too. We'll talk about that later. Malaysia is dope as hell. I've never been to anywhere in Asia. I've only been to, like, fucking Bahrain and United Arab Emirates and shit like that. I've never been to, like, you know, Thailand or Japan or anything like that. I haven't been too far. Joshua the Burmese Python Van. That's what I thought his name would be. When I saw the Fearless, I was like, oh, this kind of, that's it? That's all we got? All right. Wheels Up says, is there a tendency to get caught up in the narratives and stories with fighters like Mix instead of appreciating consistency of someone on a 5 or 6 fight winning streak? Yeah, you could go both ways with it. For me, I was on the Patchy train because of all the fights I've seen beforehand. I wasn't on it because of what everyone else was saying. So for me, especially like the Jose Aldo fight, it didn't look good for Mario Bautista. So there was nothing leading me to believe that his next fight would look like how it did. But yeah, shit happens, man. Shit happens. And Mario Bautista looked fantastic. Alma Longoria says, yo, what's up? What up, Alma? What's good, baby? Lazy says, hit the like button, folks. Yeah, don't forget to hit that like. I'm out here. I'm shaking and jiving, shaking and moving. Don't forget to hit the like. Do we prioritize flash over substance? Are we more drawn to a compelling personality or an intriguing backstory than a fighter who simply delivers results fight after fight, like Dvalishvili did? I know I'm not. I don't like the flashy guys. I was never on Sean. I said, y'all motherfuckers crazy. I said, get him up out of here, bro. He didn't even do the hair. If he did the hair, maybe I would have been like, all right, cool. like maybe he's back in it. But the fact that he didn't want to sit in the chair for 6 hours and he didn't want to give us cool colored hair to talk shit about this week, but you gave us those shitty tired pink shorts that you wore last time, fuck out of here, bro. That's why I was on Marab this whole week. All right. If you ain't gonna go full, you know what I mean? If you ain't gonna go full, don't do it at all. But apparently from Tropic Thunder, they say never go full. Never go full. So it is what it is. It is what it is. You reckon Patchy laid an egg or got checked? I say laid an egg. I agree with the egg laying. He looked like a chicken out there. Let's be real. Me too. Sean was always clowning. Yeah, big clown, bro. I ain't get behind that shit. Cosmo Kramer says, you think Corey has a better chance against Marab or rinse and repeat? Now, of all people that I see have a chance against Marab, for sure, I think it's Corey, just because he has one strike knockout ability, flashy knockout ability. Obviously, Sean did too, but when Sean does flashy knockouts, it hasn't been in the UFC. It's been outside of the UFC. He's never done a fucking spin kick knockout in the UFC. It's been fucking straight right hands. That's it. Everybody's been a straight right hand. Chris Matinho, straight right hand. Thomas Almeida, straight right hand, maybe an overhand. The fucking mustache dude, Eddie Wineland, straight right hand. Aljamain Sterling, straight right hand. It hasn't been like a flashy, crazy knockout. Now, Corey Sandhagen, that motherfucker got some shit. He'll come at you with some fucking flying knees, spinning elbows, some wild shit you don't even see, spinning back fist, something. He'll hit you with something wild out of nowhere and then, make the fight change trajectory. So, yeah, if anybody's got a great chance against Marab, with length, flying ability, high knees up the middle, Corey Sandhagen, bro. Corey Sandhagen is the best shot to do anything. That's the most intriguing fight for me at 35. By far. By far. Let's talk about UFC 316. UFC 316, baby. And then we got some boxing to talk about. Let's just go through the results. Joe Pyfer defeats Kelvin Gastelum via unanimous decision, 29-28, 29-27, 30-27. We kind of all saw this coming. Gastelum, an of old fighter, of a different time. And Joe Pyfer, clearly of the new school of fighters. He did what he was supposed to do. Be longer, be faster, be stronger, and win the fight. Mario Bautista surprises everybody and defeats Patchy Mix via unanimous decision, 29-28, 30-27, 30-27. Don't listen to that 29-28. That was generous. Patchy Mix walked into this octagon, talked a lot of shit beforehand. Too much shit, actually. Way too much shit, actually. Like the shit he was saying on Embedded, the shit, I'll submit this guy and all his coaches. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'm going to finish this guy. I'm one of the best guys in the world, blah, 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 blah. And to go in there and do that, my boy. You made a lot of enemies. And I'm not saying me. It's definitely not me. I'm still on the Patchy train. I'm in the school of thought where this was an off night, like Sean O'Malley had in the last fight. It was an off night. Whatever. It was an off night for Patchy for me. What we're not going to do is say that he's definitely one of the best in the world. We're not going to do that. Because we've seen time and time again Bellator fighters come in here and I don't think we've had one successful Bellator fighter. Have we? I don't think we've had one. Think about it. Like, seriously, think about it. Every single Bellator fighter that we've had come over here, besides Joaquin Buckley, still TBD on that, their records aren't great. Michael Chandler, Patricio Pitbull, Kevin Holland, Cyborg. I mean, her record was good, but she ended up losing. Didn't really, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying, though. Time and time again, Michael Venom Page. He's 2-1. It is what it is. But Bellator fighters don't really do good over the UFC. if you're really trying to get into the nitty-gritty and really analyze it, Ill Will Brooks didn't do so good when he came over. Who else? Am I missing anybody else? Big? Eddie. Oh, yeah, Eddie Alvarez. Good call, lazy. Eddie Alvarez did all right, but he fought everywhere. Yeah, good call. But none of them really did great. None of them came over here and just like wowed everybody and just fucking slapped people around and became champ. It was just like, yeah, I was good everywhere, motherfucker. Nah, nobody. Not even one. Not even one. Patricio came over, laid an egg. Patchy comes over, lays an egg. Kyoji Horiguchi came over, didn't do too great. I mean, he got to a title shot, but he lost. Yeah. There's not a lot of title aspirations for a Bellator fighter coming over to the UFC, is what I'm trying to say. Eddie is the lone guy that made it happen. Really, like, I'm just trying so hard. I'm thinking so fucking hard right now, and I literally have nobody. I have nobody in my head that I could really think of and be like, man, they came over from Bellator and just fucking smacked people around. I had a great time. Nope, not even one. Not even one. Excuse me. Yeah. I'm looking through the divisions right now. I don't see anybody. Not a damn soul. Didn't Fluffy Hernandez come from Bellator? Am I tripping on that? He might be the one. He might be the one and the two. You feel me? But yeah, nobody that came over from Bellator really made waves, made splashes, made people challenge their thought. I'm trying to look through the females right now too, and I don't see shit. Yeah. So honestly, we should have seen this coming. We probably should have seen this coming. Probably should have seen that Patchy wouldn't have enough. Fraud checked. But we didn't. It is what it is. Kevin Holland defeats Vicente Luque. Submission, Darce choke. Round 2. Beats him with his own sub. Kevin Holland is the strangest MMA anomaly I've ever had to deal with. When I want to bet this guy to win, he loses. When I want to bet this guy to lose, he wins. When I think he's going to go on a streak, he decides to just be a journeyman. When he decides to be, when I think he's going to be a journeyman, he decides to have title aspirations. When I think he's going to get a TKO win and he's talking TKO all week, he subs the guy. When he says, I want to submit this guy, blah, 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 he gets wrestle fucked. I really don't know where to go with Kevin Holland. So I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan, Kev. That's it, bro. I ain't gonna talk shit no more. I ain't gonna predict shit on you. I ain't gonna bet on your fights. I'm done with you, bro. I'm here as a fan every time you fight. I'm just gonna enjoy. I'm gonna grab my joint, hug my bong. I'm gonna hit that shit real hard. I'm gonna enjoy the fucking chaos that you bring because it's chaos. I don't know what outcomes come out of a Kevin Holland fight. I just can't figure it out. The man's either gonna look good, look bad, sit back and watch. That's it. He's a fucking Rubik's Cube, okay? Are you going to be able to get back to the fucking, or are you just going to be a mixed jumble of whatever the fuck? It's a mixed jumble most of the time for me. I don't know about you guys, but I can't fucking get a beat on this man. And I kind of like it. At the same, I hate it, but I like it at the same time. When Kevin chooses to not lose, he usually wins. Yeah. I feel like he just fucking confuses the shit out of me. What's the route then? Can't stay too long in a B League promotion and can't come to the UFC too soon. I say get the title and leave. Do the old Eddie Alvarez. Do the old Ill Will Brooks. Get the title and dip, bro. That's it. Don't stick around and defend just because you want to be. I defended the belt in Bellator. Ooh. Get the fuck out. You get to pull yourself a Kayla. Get the fuck on out and go over to the UFC. Oh, Kayla. Well, that's not Bellator. But Kayla, yeah, she came from a second promotion. There we go. Kayla Harrison. Kayla's our one. I can't believe I was like, I can't think of one. Motherfucker, how about the girl that just won this weekend? Dummy. But it wasn't Bellator. I know I was saying Bellator the whole time. But yeah. Kayla's the one anomaly. who had it quite easy, actually. We marched on down to the title, slapped a couple girls up, took her belt. Regional Feeder League, Dana White Contender Series. Try to fight your entire first contract versus unranked fighters. Start fighting ranked on your second contract. Best bet if you're a fighter. Yeah. And that's tough as hell, unfortunately. So it's tough. It's tough being an MMA fighter in 2025. You got to be like the real fucking deal. Joshua Van defeats Bruno Silva, blah, blah, blah. TKO round 3, 4 minutes and 1 second. Azmat Mirzakhanov defeats Brenson Ribeiro. TKO punches. Submission to punches, by the way. Submission to punches. The motherfucker gave up. Go back and watch that if you want. Round 1, 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Waldo Cortez Acosta defeats Sergey Spivak. Unanimous decision 30-27, 29-28, 29-28. That fight was a toss-up. Heavyweights are always a toss-up when it goes to the decision. Waldo looked good, though. He looked like he's of that new school of fighter, really trying to make waves. Andreas Gustafsson defeats Kalen Chaos Williams, 30-27, 30-26, 30-26. Two fighters walked in on Saturday and laid giant eggs. Giant fucking colossus dinosaur eggs. And it was Patchy Mix and Kalen Chaos Williams. I don't know if these boys shared at the same half sandwich and got the same illness or what the fuck happened to these two. Did they share the same blunt and it was laced with some fucking bad weed? I don't know what it was. But these two boys walked into Saturday night and forgot who they were. Completely forgot who they were. Didn't go with their game plans. Didn't fight to the best of their abilities. Didn't seize the opportunities that were in front of them. And both of them lost unanimously for it. Wayne Kong defeats Ariane De Silva via unanimous decision 30-27 across the board. Saw that shit coming. Ju Sang Yu defeats Jekka Saragi via KO punch round 1. You're welcome. The chart I showed you on Friday had a Ju Sang Yu KO on it. Now, it wasn't round 1. It was round 2, but shit, what a fucking finish. The guy tries to throw an overhand or a straight right, whiffs. Conor McGregor step back, just whips the shoulder around, just kind of turns the shoulder just a little bit. Brings that left hook right across his fucking chin, puts him out cold. Face plant. That shit was nice, dog. Shout out to one of the best KOs of the year, Ju Sang Yu. What a finish. Quillian Salkild defeats Yanal Ashmus, unanimous decision 30-27, 29-28, 29-28. And Markel Medeiros defeats Mark Choinsky, unanimous decision 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. If you're wondering who got the 50K performance of the night bonuses, it was Merab Dvalishvili for his submission of Sean O'Malley in round 2. Was it 3? 3? It was 3. 4 minutes and 42 seconds. It was Kayla Harrison with a submission of Juliana Pena in round 2. It was Kevin Holland with a submission of Vicente Luque in round 2. And it was Ju Sang Yu, whatever you want to say, with his KO. All right. And those were the UFC. Wow, boss. It is what it is. Fuck off. Take that, Batman. Cosmo Kramer says Spivak was robbed, in my opinion. Clear 1 and 3. Oh, okay. I could see that. Gustafsson is a fucking crazy man. Love to see it. Yeah, he was just walking him down. I was like, Chaos, you're the guy that's supposed to be doing this. What is happening? Chaos can't wrestle for shit. That boy just, he laid and prayed. Patchy smoked all the weed Sean left behind. I could believe that, man. It looked like he was so slow. It looked like he was watching himself fight in there. It didn't even look like he was fighting. Lazy said that's why he was so slow. Yeah. He needs a sativa. It was too much indica for him. Top 4 KOs this weekend. Keon Davis. Keon Davis, that's funny. Rico Masuda and Wardley. Oh, Keon Davis. I thought you meant Keyshawn. Sorry. Yeah. Keon Davis. Let's talk about some boxing. Keyshawn Davis versus Edwin De Los Santos was supposed to happen. A little unprecedented. So Top Rank announced Friday that Keyshawn Davis' fight with Edwin de los Santos is off after Davis missed weight. They're supposed to fight at Scope Arena in the main event. The main event ended up being Abdullah Mason versus Jeremia Nakathila. Okay. But Davis was expected to defend the WBO lightweight title. He came in at 139.3 pounds, 4.3 over the 135-pound limit. Because of the weight miss, he was stripped of his title. And De Los Santos would have been the only fighter eligible to win the title, the championship. So De Los Santos took issue with the weight miss. The two sides couldn't agree on terms. They called the fight off. It is what it is. It is what it is. Will they rebook the fight? Who knows? Will Keyshawn Davis be able to make 135? Was this a one-time thing? Who knows? I don't know. But the co-main event became the main event of the evening. Abdullah Mason took on Jeremia Nakathila. He knocked him out in round 5. Abdullah Mason did exactly what we thought he was supposed to do. Get a big finish. And he wins. Elsewhere on the card, Nahir Albright defeats Kelvin Davis. Majority decision, 95-95, 97-93, 96-94. Delonte Tiger Johnson defeats Janelson Bokachika via unanimous decision, 190, 97-93, 98-92. Troy Isley defeats Antundi Michael via unanimous decision, 98-92, 96-94, 96-94. Keon Davis defeats Michael Velez Garcia via KO, 2 minutes and 22 seconds into round 2. That's the KO we're talking about. Go back and watch that. That was a fun one. Yuri Cedeno defeats Abel Mina via TKO, round 5. And then Dedrick Davis defeats Naheem Parker via KO, round 3, 3 minutes into round 2. Sorry, it was at the end of round 2. They called it the beginning of round 3, or whatever. Oh, man. Let's get into Jai Opetaia versus Claudio Squeo happened. Jai Opetaia defeats him by KO in round 5. You're welcome if you took the TKO rounds 1 through 6. You're welcome if you took the TKO. I mean, it was like minus 900. So, yeah. Connor Wallace defeats Dylan Collin by unanimous decision, 77-75, 78-74, 77-75. Tony Blizzard defeats Rocky Ogden via unanimous decision, 99-91, 99-91, 98-92. Danny Keating defeats Blake Minto via unanimous decision, 190, 190, 190. And Max McIntyre defeats Rakaya Warren via KO, round 6. On the prelims, Austin Okuso defeats Akena Eni by unanimous decision. Mariah Turner defeats Leah Rubin by unanimous decision. Xavier Fletcher defeats Alvaretti Domo via KO, round 2, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And Jack Gregory defeats Matt Floyd by unanimous decision. And the final boxing card of the weekend was Junto Nakatani and Ryosuke Nishida. You're welcome for those picks as well. Nakatani added Nishida's IBF title to his WBC belt and remained number 1 in the division. His punches shut Nishida's right eye, prompting an inspection from the ringside doctor and the decision to retire him following the 6th round at Ariake Coliseum in Tokyo, Japan, baby. Junto Nakatani TKOs Ryosuke Nishida. Round 6. You're welcome. Tenshin Nakasawa, unanimously decisions, Victor Santillan, 99-91, 99-91, 100-90. Tomoya Suboi, decisions, Van Thao Tran, 98-92, 190, 190. And Riku Masuda, KOs Michael Banquez, round 1, 1 minute and 27 seconds. All right, I'm just flying through boxing. Boxing wasn't crazy. Let's go through the other boxing cards that'll be coming up this week. Look out for this. June 14th, New York on DAZN. Richardson Hitchins takes on George Kambosos Jr. 12 rounds for Hitchinson's IBF Junior welterweight title. Also on the card, Andy Cruz versus Hironori Mashiro. 12 rounds at lightweight. June 19th in Tokyo on ESPN Plus. Brian Norman Jr. versus Jin Sasaki. 12 rounds for Norman's WBO title. Christian Araneta and Thong Simsi, 12 rounds for the vacant IBF Junior flyweight title. June 21st in Newark, New Jersey on ESPN Plus. Vito Melnecki Jr. is taking on Camille Gardziak. 10 rounds at middleweight. June 27th in Quebec City, Canada on ESPN+. Kristen Mbili takes on Mashia Sulecki, 12 rounds for the vacant WBC interim super middleweight title. June 27th in Wichita, Kansas, Deontay Wilder is taking on Tyrell Herndon, 10 rounds of heavyweight. And June 28th, Anaheim, California, the DAZN pay-per-view, Jake Paul taking on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., 10 rounds at cruiserweight. And, the rest of the months it is what it is. We got Canelo, Shakur, Manny Pacquiao, Usyk, Dubois, plenty of cards coming up. Now, just so you guys know, usually this is where we do this week's wins. As you know, I was not able to bet. I was in crowds of people all weekend, and I don't really do bets early. So, yeah, know this week's wins this week. And obviously the parlays didn't hit. Sorry if you didn't cash on the UFC parlay. It is what it is. Patchy Mix laid an egg for us, and so did Kaylin Chaos Williams. Sorry if you didn't cash on the UFC high risk. Vicente Luque blew it. We thought he would win. That wasn't the case. And sorry if you didn't cash on the CP units. Luque got submitted. Kayla submitted her opponent, and Marab actually cashed. But, it is what it is. You could only do so much. So this week, there wasn't an actual this week wins, but yeah, we did what we could. There's a couple cards next week. I'm going to give you guys some quick picks before I get out of here. Picks on PFL 5. Okay? Picks on PFL motherfucking 5. What do you think? Who do you think I'm going with? Come on. Come on, people. Thad Gene is fighting this weekend. You know I'm going with Thad Gene. Thad Gene all freaking day. Thad Gene from the left. Thad Gene from the right. Thad Gene from the top. Thad Gene off the top rope. Thad Gene everything. Okay? Thad Gene. I'm also going with Logan Storley. I like Logan Storley this weekend. I also like Asael Ajuj against Eve Landu and Magomed Umutov against Anthony Ivy. So those are my picks on PFL 5. Don't forget to come back for Friday's CP units. That's where I will actually give you the full bets that I will actually be putting out. So don't forget to come on back Friday. Picks on UFC Atlanta. Okay? You already know we're rocking with Joaquin Buckley. I have to rock with the young guy. I have to. It's in my blood. I'm not going with Usman. This guy's fighting people on podcasts, okay? Not doing it. Not doing it. Sorry. We're going with Buckley. He's looked great. That's what we're doing. Okay? And then, I got to go with Raoni Barcelos. He looked great against Peyton Talbot. I expect him to implement a similar style this time. Win another close fight. Umar C., Mansour Abdul Malik, Michael Chiesa. Those are locks for me. That's what's happening. It is what it is. And then my last pick for you guys, Richardson, Hitchins, George Kambosos Jr. I think this fight goes the distance. And I think George Kambosos Jr. is going to steal another decision. Richardson, Hitchins out in New York, I know. And I will be betting with him just because. But I really feel like George Kambosos Jr. is a live dog in this, and he still has a lot to give in boxing. So that's my pick for that. We'll see if it changes by Friday, but it is what it is. And that's it for me, y'all. That's it. That's the full show. I'm about to get the fuck out of here, watch me some MK, eat some breakfast, all this other shit. You guys, thanks for coming on by. Thanks for everybody that showed up in the comments. Thanks for Mr. C. Keyshawn laid the biggest egg this weekend. That's a fact. That is an actual fact, Mr. C. Lazy Bed, Cosmo Kramer, Wheels Up, Alma Longoria, Real James Ladner. Who else? Shout out to everybody that showed up. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on Friday. Enjoy the rest of your week. And let's get some good fights. You dig?